It looks like Autocomplete is coming to the game. What was the point of Platinumpool? And good news for those that love the Eastern Blocker synergy with Red Guardian. Leviosa! Yes, because I say Red Guardian Leviosa because it sounds like Wingardium Leviosa, Red Guardian Leviosa. See, sounds similar. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. You do you at the end of the day. It's Friday though! Hey! Autocomplete is coming to the game very soon. That's some good news, but obviously there's loads of other stuff to talk about, including Platinumpool. Also, just before we get into a little bit of the thank yous to people that support the channel through different means, just to point out that I'm on 744 followers and I want to try and get up to 1,000 followers. It's the road to 1,000 followers. Following a channel on Twitch is absolutely 100% free. Obviously, if you've got Amazon Prime, which I will mention again, then you can give a free Twitch sub, and I'd really appreciate it if you could give that to me, as I'd live stream a lot on Twitch because I can play copyrighted music, and also there's other stuff like channel points. I can do a skibbity dance. There's loads of things. It's really fun. Before we get into the news, I want to give a massive thank you to my current YouTube members, my patrons, and as well my Twitch subs. And if you have an Amazon Prime account and want to give a free Twitch sub, you can do by going to the links in the description down below, and as well following the on-screen instructions. I'll be live streaming tonight on Twitch, so look forward to seeing you. And also don't threat people on YouTube, for I will return. I'll probably do about a couple times next week, maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday. Hopefully get to see you then. But let's not forget, loyal viewer, thank you very much for all the support you have done this month on the channel. It has been massively appreciated. Those that come by to hit the like button, subscribing obviously with post notifications on all, and as well getting involved with the comment section, it is massively appreciated. See, I'm choking up, I can't speak no more. But I really appreciate it, so thank you. Without further ado, let's get into the news. Came out the wrong place. I need a towel. News kicks off with art. Man, I love the artwork and as well the artistry, the passion, and as well the creativity from people in the community. As you know, Berserk Revenant has done this fantastic piece here, this domino, which is in my possession. I'm actually looking at it right now, but obviously I just want to show on screen that you should go and give Berserk Revenant some love. And as well, I really hope that you would do commissions because this is a fantastic clay model. For anybody that doesn't know, the intrinsic key, as I've said before, I can't even say the word right, but to make this out of clay is so finely detailed that sculpting something is so much of a fine art. But also another thing that's incredibly fine art. This is Gil Andres, and what Gil does is he uses alcohol-based markers to create these very detailed pieces of art. As you can see, this is kind of like an adaptoid slash Venompool slash Deadpool Venompool, but it's still pretty cool, and I really like this. But there's one that he recently did that I think is the best. This summoner piece of art, which is done really well, especially if you look at the level of detail of like how he created the black, and obviously he's had to do like a white alcohol marker on top of the black in order to blend it well with the stars, the shooting stars, and as well the kind of the reflection off of the summoner's helmet, which I think as well is really cool and really well detailed. Obviously, I like the red from the outside, getting very reminiscent, if I can speak properly, reminiscent of that title that you get and the badge you get from completing Abyss of Legends, as well all the other classes. That I think this is one of my favorites that he's done so far, and I hope that he does more. Go and show some love by going over to Instagram and taking a look at his work. Okay, first deep dive story of the news today is focused on this Platinumpool thing. I'm still really confused as to why there seems to be only, and as I said previously, a side interaction in a side quest in this game, because it's really weird. You can see here that this is a thread that kind of brings together all the stuff about Platinumpool, and you can see that there's been no administrator kind of talking. Usually when an administrator like a Kabam representative talks in any of these kind of posts, it means that obviously they've seen it, maybe they're interacting with it, kind of responding to a few things, but they haven't responded to anything in here, which I really don't know what that really means. I know what it means. It means that there's probably going to be no side quest or no side event. If there is going to be anything, as I said, it would have dropped on Wednesday, but could be something, a special 24-hour event, could be something where it's a weekend-based event, or could be something that leads into next month. Loads of people's opinions are coming in left, right and centre. Everybody obviously has been trying to kind of pinpoint whether or not this was a wacky interaction, but nobody stumbled across the solution to whatever this riddle could be, because we still don't know if it is actually a riddle, and it could be just a collection of things. To be honest, I suspect there's somebody from Kabam watching this video right now, or over there, and going, "For they have not sussed my evil plan." Oh, Deadpool's misleading thing that no one knows. But the strangest thing about this is, and something that I spoke to Otrux about this morning, was that the character's been built. So if you've got a champion that's built with abilities, and yes, you face off against him occasionally in an ambush in Rifts, then it kind of feels like, well, why did you spend time building that when it just seems like it's very weird? So there might be more to this story that meets the eye. There's still very much a good chunk of time towards the end of the month, but it's a case that, well, it'd have to either go in today, an event, or would have to drop on Monday, or it's a case that this will be integrated in some way that Platinumpool has some bearing on it, but it's MODOK for next month, so it would have to be something of a Hitmonkey boss rush, an Assassin's, a mercenary boss rush. It's really hard to, again, guess this, but, you know, I hope that it hasn't been completely wasted to build this, like I said, side interaction in a side quest. It's very, very weird. I mean, thoughts in the comments section about it, whether or not you feel there's still something to come, whether or not somebody at Kabam is mercilessly and kind of callously laughing at us like, oh, they do not know what's coming. It's like, yeah, just get on with it. Just release it if you need to, please. Next up, a bit of good news with Red Guardian. Now, I absolutely love this synergy, but it was disappointing to learn that the Eastern Blockers synergy was not going to be able to be used anything around the 4-star. That kind of seemed ridiculous, and obviously we at the CCP get the 5-star version, so it kind of sucked to learn that that was the case. However, though, Kabam have changed that. I was a bit surprised to that. I mean, I thought it would be a bug, to be honest, the fact that it wasn't included as the 4-star, but for me it's the Abomination. Like, the Rhino one's good, but the Abomination one is like so cool, because like all attacks have 50% chance to inflict a poison, dealing 70% of modified attack over 10 seconds. So that was cool, and I've had so much fun with this. Really handy against variant 2, especially with being X out, and as well anything that's got poison vulnerability. Great champion with that. Not great champion, but great champion synergy bonus. That's what I should have said there. This Abomination, great champion, I like, yes, very good. I know, that was a great Canadian accent, wasn't it? And up next is your reminder that Marvel Insider stuff, man. We are just days away from the finishing point of the month, so if you are somebody that grabs your Marvel Insider points, this is your reminder to go over to Marvel Insider, get your points, and obviously points mean prizes, which obviously they're only there for a limited time only. And next week we'll be seeing some new ones with Hitmonkey and Tigra. Now on to our final story, which I'm really excited about, and this is something mega. So a massive quality of life thing is coming to July. As Otrux reveals here, in July there is going to be Autocomplete. Quest that you've already 100% explored, but not 100% confirmed on this, but it's in the game files. Huge quality of life change if Kabam manages to make this happen. Now, this is indeed incredible. It's incredible because it's taken a long time, where other games have implemented this in some shape or form, compared with other games where like this, where it's such an extensive grind. Having a quality of life improvement like this would have been great about 3-4 years ago, but obviously it's coming in now, so I guess that's sort of good news. But also it depends on like how this is going to be, whether or not this is going to be a case you can explore the entirety. Like I'm saying, like, right, so you go in there and go, okay, so I select I want to do 4 paths, and will you indeed roll it based on an RNG number, like a dice roll, to say, okay, so if you roll X and Y, that you're able to get it explored. Is it a case that you'll go through it, but you'll be defeated at some point? And will there be a choke point with that, or a pain point? That's the thing. That's the stuff that we don't know yet. And obviously this is just a teaser, and more needs to be explained in July. If I was to hazard a guess, I would say that it would only be applicable to the daily quests, mainly because the resources in there aren't really stuff that endgame players go for. I mean, yeah, there are stuff that they to a degree would, but not extensively. And it would be good, I say, for a lot of mid-level players, especially expanding rosters and things like that. And I think if it's something that could be implemented from a lower end as well, then it's quality of life for those newer people starting off the game. Personally, I would love to see it be for Heroic and Master, especially if in the future, considering we could have a Cavalier difficulty, it would be nice to consider that we could auto fight through Heroic and Master for those higher level players, just to get some of the resource there. If you're desperate for some tier 1 alpha, then boom, you got some tier 1 alpha, and obviously if you want 5-star shards and a 4-star crystal. But I know they're not really the kind of the things they want as endgame players, but you know, it makes stuff easier. There's units, there's health potions, potential revives. If you could auto fight through and grab them, then hey, I'm all for it. Let's get it expanded out. But yeah, roll on July for that quality of life improvement, and we'll see what happens when that is launched in game. And there we have it. That has been your Marvel Contest of Champions news for Friday. Lots of really kind of micro stories. I think it's gone a bit quiet, so we'll see what drops over the weekend and today. Check out some other content up here. Check out some other links here. I'll be on Twitch live streaming tonight. Come by, and I may have a few more videos that I'm kind of prepping for release today and obviously over the weekend, plus the podcast as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.